Thai GP at Buriram is one of the most electrifying rounds in MotoGP. Crazy passionate crowds, unpredictable weather, and some legendary battles. And since its debut in MotoGP in 2018, we've seen some awesome races, dominant performances, and quite frankly, some unforgettable moments. With the 2025 season open at less than a week away, today is the perfect opportunity to look back at every Thai GP winner and also talk about the story behind their victories. But before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe to KneeDown. So let's go back to the first ever Thai GP back in 2018, and this would set the tone for what this would be, and that is an absolute thriller. Another Marc Marquez versus Dovizioso showdown, just like we saw in Austria and Japan the season before. And the 26-lap race would give us three iconic moments. Last lap madness between Marc and Dovi, and it was enough of a madness that it actually almost brought the Yamahas in from behind. Final corner drama, Marquez won it in a photo finish, riposting Dovizioso's final attack, and won by just barely over a tenth of a second. And thirdly, what it meant for Marc Marquez's championship challenge. Marquez was able to seal the title in Japan just after the race of Buriram, and those 5 extra points would prove to be a key stepping stone to his 2018 crown. The last lap battle was just classic Marc versus Dovi. Two titans of MotoGP, two of the best riders in MotoGP at the time, going head to head. But would Marquez have to do it again in 2019? Was it deja vu? Yes, it was. Marc Marquez did it again, but this time the stakes were even higher. He wasn't just fighting for the win, he was fighting for his 8th World Championship. And very much like 2018, this one featured another last corner thriller. Marc Marquez on the attack for the most of the race, and on the final lap of the race, he defends against a rookie, Fabio Quartararo. And the young Frenchman led the entire Grand Prix, but that last lap, where Marquez allowed Fabio Quartararo to go for that lunge in the final corner, just to once again counter-attack like the season before. Genius from Marquez, winning his 8th and final so far World Championship. 2019 Buriram's race is not just remembered for the race itself or the implications of the championship, but it's also one of the last times we saw Honda and Marc at this extremely high level. So going into the next season, would Marc do it again for the final time? Well, unfortunately no. COVID-19 happened and we didn't return to Thailand until 2022. So let's skip ahead to that and discuss a brand new winner. Thai GP of 2022 was all about the rain. Thailand gave us a wet weather masterclass from Miguel Oliveira, and if you remember, he'd already done the same earlier that year in Indonesia. Once again, Oliveira was a demon in the wet and went full beast mode, making the KTM sing in those wet weather conditions perfectly. And add to the drama of not just this, it was a crucial title fight between Pecco Bagnaia and Fabio Quartararo. Pecco Bagnaia managed to finish 3rd, cutting the gap to Quartararo in the title fight, because Quartararo had an absolute disaster, finishing way out of the points, down in 17th place. The wet weather causing mayhem for the Yamaha rider. And if nothing, 2022's Thai GP proved how damn good Miguel Oliveira is in the wet conditions. He is an underrated wet weather specialist, and Thai 22 put him on the map, and people recognised it from now on. From wet weather carnage to just pure racing masterclass, 2023's Thai GP was probably the best one yet, and it gave us one of the best races of the season. It was a full-on war between 3 excellent riders: Jorge Martin, Pecco Bagnaia, and Brad Binder. 3 best riders pushing to the absolute limit. 3 points to talk about for the 2023 Thai GP was first and foremost Martin's redemption. After a soft tyre gamble in Phillip Island that went wrong, Jorge fought tooth and nail to hold off Pecco and Brad Binder's charge to try and recover some valuable championship points in his championship challenge. Speaking of championships, Pecco had a title to defend, and he did everything he could against Martin and Brad Binder. Even at one point, he tried to go for a double overtake round the outside in the final corner. Unfortunately, it didn't stick as Martin was a little bit clever to avoid that happening, but my goodness, it would have been one hell of an overtake if it worked. And to add more chaos and drama to this incredible Thai GP race, Brad Binder finished across the line in second, but exceeded track limits on the last lap and had to drop the position to Pecco Bagnaia. The quick review is that this was one of the most hard-fought wins of 2023, and it actually kept the title fight alive all the way to the very end. Absolutely incredible race, and so far the Thai GP has never disappointed. But how about 2024? So now on to the final Thai GP of today's video, 2024. And it was another dramatic race, marred by wet weather again. This time it would be Pecco Bagnaia to step up and show his superior wet weather racing skills. There was an interesting dynamic in the 2024 Thai GP. Starting strong, Bagnaia was able to capitalise on early mistakes from his rivals, including a slip by Jorge Martin and a crash by Marc Marquez. Despite the challenging conditions, Pecco maintained his composure throughout the race and secured the 25 points. This victory was Pecco's 9th of the season, and it narrowed the championship gap to just 17 points behind Jorge Martin, intensifying the title race with only 2 rounds remaining. So the book closes on the 2024 Thai GP, and it also closes on this video too. But I have a question. Who do you think will win the 2025 season opener of MotoGP in Thailand? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm Matt from KneeDown. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Ciao for now.